As senior contributor at the CBC, Morgan covers race, sports, and the intersection of sports and social issues. He has this talent for telling complex, layered stories and telling them with nuance, passion, and humor. His stuff is always incisive and so smart. He would be so happy to learn that this year's winner of the Randy Starkman Award is Mr. Morgan Campbell.
Go Morgan, go, go! Go, 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 go! Yeah! Ow, ow! Go Morgan! Yeah, do it!
Okay, they told me I got 90 seconds. I did not write anything down, so here goes. Big shout out to Chris Wilson and Ryan Johnston from the CBC, from cbcsports.ca. When I left the Toronto Star, my goal at the Toronto Star was to become a columnist, and I just kept hitting the glass ceiling. I left the Toronto Star, took a buyout. Chris Wilson was in my DMs like, come on over here, because you know what you can have over here? You can have a column. And writing that column is part of what led me here. Thank you, obviously, to my wife, pretty beautifully stand. She's over there. She's filming. So at home we have a trophy room. Like, we share a trophy room, right? But when your partner is the 10-time Canadian champ, 2-time world champ, 2-time world silver medalist, you do not share a trophy room. She has a trophy room and I have the trophy corner. So I got something for the trophy corner. Big shout out to Mary and the Starkman Hines clan. Here's the thing about me and Randy Starkman. We were co-workers at the Toronto Star. He was one of my favorite colleagues. I probably shouldn't say this. We had a boss that we both detested, and there were times Randy saved my career and saved that guy from a broken face. So, if not for Randy in all kinds of ways, I would not be here. But one of the things Randy and I used to talk about on the job, right, was just the craft of writing, the craft of journalism, of reporting, of storytelling, and writing about athletes. And this is one of the things you can do in amateur sport that's harder to do in big-time pro sport where it's a business you don't really have access, is to really write about athletes as humans with passion. And like Mary said, with empathy. And this is the thing about, because I've written Sarah Douglas, I see you here, I've written about some of you here. Sarah Douglas had me out on a sailboat. I can't even swim. She had me out on a sailboat with her coach. And like that level of access, to have a world-class athlete really explain to you what they're doing, not just tell you, but say, come on, I'm going to show you. You're not going to get that, no disrespect to the Raptors, you're not going to get that from the Raptors, from the Blue Jays, but with Olympic athletes, you can do that. And what draws me to writing about Olympic sport, the same thing that drew Randy to writing about Olympic sport, same thing that Randy and I used to bond over, and it's this, is that, yeah, sport's a big business. There's people signing big checks for the rights to sports, to own teams. I get it, and I've covered the business of sports. I still cover the business of sports. But before any athlete made money for another person, before any athlete made money for themselves, that athlete had a passion, had a craft, had a calling. And that's what draws me to writing about sport. It's what fascinates me about sport. And the fact that it's a passion and a craft and a calling for you folks, I know that's what keeps you engaged in sport, because there's sometimes the money ain't coming in, or sometimes it's cold or whatever, and you don't want to do it, but you have. It's a craft, and that's what fascinates me, is seeing the way different craftspeople go about their craft. So thank you to Athletes Can, thank you to Team Starkman Hines, thank you to my wife, thank you for this trophy. It's going to go in the corner. I'm not going to get in your way. Thank you.
Good job, Morgan!
Congrats, Morgan. It truly has been an honor to witness your work and to see you
left me hanging.
of the national team.
Good job, Morgan.
Hang is also the newest Canadian sport award.
Nice.
This year, the CSA's committee chose to